Hello guys, welcome to Asedoskitchen. To my returning subscribers, I appreciate you all for always showing up. I would not be doing this if it were not for your support. To my new viewers, thanks for choosing to watch this video and you're most welcome to our family. Today I am back with yet another simple recipe. I am making pilau. This is a Kenyan dish that is traditionally served during special occasions and celebrations. Today's dish could be one of those dishes that grace your Christmas table, so I hope you love it enough to want to try it. I start by boiling my beef. I boil the meat with vegetable stock powder, coriander powder, oil and black pepper. I add enough water to cook the meat until it softens. You can use whole spices or ground spices. In this recipe, I am using whole spices. So while the meat is cooking, I boil water to prepare my spices. I used cinnamon sticks, cumin seeds, cloves, cardamom pods and black peppercorns. I put the spices in a bowl and add hot water. The water should be just enough to cover the spices. I stir this and set it aside ready for use. Please check the description box for the quantities used. The meat is now tender, so I turn the heat off and get the rest of the ingredients ready for the next step. I have listed all the ingredients on the screen and I'll also put them down in the description box. I heat roughly a quarter cup of oil in a pot and add my onions. I fry the onions until they are well browned, but not burnt. I know some people use soy sauce to make the rice brown, but this is not necessary because frying the onions will result in brown pilau rice. Once the onion is well browned, I add the meat and fry it a little before adding garlic paste and ginger powder. Use fresh ginger and garlic if you have that at hand. I am using these because they are convenient. However, fresh ginger and garlic will take this rice to the next level. I also add the whole spices that I had soaked earlier. I forgot to mention that soaking the spices draws out the flavors from the spices and softens them. So don't tip out the water because it is packed with flavors and the aroma is amazing. Mix this and cook it covered until the water from the spices is absorbed into the meat. It is now time to introduce the rice into the pot. I am using jasmine rice, but you can use basmati or long grain rice. Stir this for a few minutes so that the rice is slightly toasted and coated with all these flavors. When you do this, the rice absorbs the flavors, and when it is cooked, it will be fluffy and not clump up. I add salt to taste, then I add the broth that I kept from boiling the meat earlier. I don't add too much salt at this point because I boiled the beef with vegetable stock powder, which already contains salt. For every cup of rice you use, add 2 cups of water. Since I have 2 cups of rice, I add 3 cups of water because the broth is roughly 1 cup. I taste this again and adjust the salt before I cover the pot. I do this because once the rice is cooked, it is difficult to add salt. The best way to judge is to ensure that this tastes slightly saltier than what you would usually eat. This is because the rice will absorb the salt, so if at this point it tastes just right, it will not be as tasty once the rice is cooked. Allow the rice to boil, then cover the pot and cook this on medium heat until all the water has been absorbed. Check regularly so that the rice does not burn. At this point, the water is almost done. With a fork, I check the moisture in the rice, and as you can see, the rice is still moist and it is not fully cooked. I seal the pot with foil, place the lid and cook this on low heat until the water dries up. Doing this traps the steam in the pot and cooks the rice without adding more water. I checked on it after 15 minutes to make sure that the rice is cooked and not burning. The pilau is now fully cooked and the moisture is just right. I fluff it with a fork and taste it, and it is perfect, and the aroma is incredible. You can take this meal to another level by serving it with kachumbari or some avocado. I served mine with sliced tomatoes and red onions. I hope you try it and enjoy it as much as I do. If you do, please let us know how you went in the comment section below. If you'd like to follow such content, consider subscribing and turning the notification bell on so that you're notified whenever I post a new video. Kindly like this video, share it, and engage in the comments section. This motivates me to keep sharing more of my simple recipes and helps me know if I'm reaching the right audience. This is all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.